Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Good morning to Charm TV and those in the room. The November 6, 2025 proceedings of the Board of Liquor License Commissioners for Baltimore City will now begin. Please take this opportunity to turn off or mute all electronic devices. The board is now in session. If you're here for a particular case, please review the docket on the outside of this room to make sure your case is being heard today. And when you come up to the lectern to represent a client or testify, please make sure to speak clearly and loudly into the microphone so that those watching from home can hear. Mr. Chair, we have a couple of preliminary matters. There are two cases that have been postponed and will be heard at a later date. Those cases are as follows. Case number 13, Isaiah Gebrazia. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Salam Enterprise LLC, trading as Jano Ethiopian Restaurant and Lounge, 34 South Utah Street, transfer of a Class B beer, wine, and liquor license. And case number 15, Alan J. Firstman and Parag Yeshwant Athvale, T Street Licensee LLC, trading as Sagamore Pendry Baltimore Hotel, 1715 Thames Street, and that is a transfer of a Class B beer, wine, and liquor hotel motel license. And we are going to go briefly out of order, and we are going to call case number 10, Shamira Lemon, Epic Nights, LLC, trade name pending, 1140 South Paca Street, application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license under the provisions of Alcoholic Beverages and Cannabis Article, Section 12-903C2, requiring $500,000 in capital investment in restaurant fixtures and facilities, 51% of food sales, and seating capacity for a minimum of 75, but not more than 150 people, requesting outdoor table service and delivery of alcoholic beverages. Please come forward.
Good morning, Mr. Hurdle. I hear you have a preliminary.
Yeah, we're going to ask to postpone it. We thought about 3 days ago that the community had significant concerns and were sending letters around, which was a surprise to us because we've had significant community support. And the councilman, I guess, was here today indicating some concerns. We're happy to address them. We anticipate this should be no issue at all. My client's a really good operator. They're really looking forward to opening formally. I think they're currently able to open as a restaurant without liquor, but we're kind of holding back to the degree we're able to. So we're asking for a postponement at this time so we can kind of sit down with the community and address their concerns, which, again, I think should be no issue at all.
I'm glad that you're doing that. We grant your postponement.
Thank you so much. May I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
In accordance with Section 12-2105A, the Maryland Alcoholic Beverages and Cannabis Article and Liquor Board Rule 2.16, the following licensees have participated in the monetary penalty in lieu of hearings program by voluntarily admitting the violations as charged and paying the corresponding fines. Robert Kleben, Stuggies, Inc., trading as Stuggies, 1928 Fleet Street, Class B beer, wine, and liquor license. Violation of Rule 3.052, Alcohol Awareness Certification. Violation of Rule 3.034, Records. The total fine paid was $600. Nancy R. Longo, KLM Enterprises, Inc., trading as Pierpoint Restaurant, 1822 Alisana Street, Class B beer, wine, and liquor license. Violation of Rule 3.031, Records. Violation of Rule 3.034, Records. Fine paid was $600. Gustavo A. Alarcon, Gus's Sports Bar, Inc., trading as Gus's Sports Bar, 501 South Lehigh Street, Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license. Violation of Rule 3.082, Sanitation and Safety. Fine paid $500. And finally, Jeremy Freeman, Eden Sports Bar and Grill, LLC, trading as Eden Restaurant, 6317 Bel Air Road, Class B beer, wine, and liquor license. Violation of Rule 3.031, Records. Violation of Rule 3.034, Records. Total fine paid $600. Dong Lee, secured creditor, trading as no trade name, 1503 through 05 Light Street, Class A7, beer, wine, and liquor license. Request for a hardship extension under the provisions of the Alcoholic Beverages and Cannabis Article, Section 12-2202, please come forward.
Kudinski, how are you?
Jay Kanansky for the record, requesting the hardship on this. I understand there was some question on the timeline here, and there was some ex parte communication, which I think is absolutely terrible in this case. Between the tenant and the landlord, if I showed you the cases that went to the circuit court, that I didn't do, the young gentleman, and went to the Court of Special Appeal, the Supreme Court, all the appeals, it gets to be ridiculous. However, well, I'm sure what the gentleman did not tell you, and I'm going to give you a copy of this, is that there was a settlement agreement which he waived all rights in to the license and everything else. I got one for each one of you, which is page 2. I think I circled it for you.
There was an attempt. There was no communication.
I think it was litigation in this case. I have no idea.
Did you get one?
Yeah, I guess.
But as far as the timelines are set out in your docket. I think the pertinent portions of it had to do with when it was finally transferred to the secure party, which is on the docket. It says May 1st finally. Whatever date it is, we timely filed for the extension in this case, and there's a buyer waiting. And I think this prior tenant just has had sour grapes and keeps. I think it's a violation of a settlement agreement. I'm going to recommend to the other attorney that they look at it for litigation purposes.
Okay. So your request today is though for the 180
I
days.
just, and whatever day you want to pick to say, I think at one time it said 174 days, and then Ms. Schwartzberg and I went over some things. We got a prospective buyer is going to probably put a contract in about 2 or 3 weeks. So 180 days from either May 1st, April 15th, whatever day it would be fine.
And that day was conveyed to you already. Deputy Executive Secretary, you conveyed the date.
I did, yes, sir. The real date, I for the record, I miscalculated. I used the wrong date. The date that I should have used was the May 1st, 2025 date, and that is the date that the administrative transfer to the secured creditor was in fact completed. Yes, sir.
That's perfect.
That's the date we'd like to use.
Okay. That's great. Based on your October 6th letter that you sent to the board and the proffer made today by council, I vote to approve this request for a 180-day hardship extension of this Class A7 beer, wine, and liquor license.
I concur with the chair. I vote to approve the 180-day hardship extension for the Class A7B wine and liquor license.
I also concur, based on your proffer here today. I vote to approve a 180-day hardship extension for this Class A7 beer, wine, and liquor license.
Ms. Russell?
Thank you.
I'd call exhibits for the record. Board Exhibit 1, Settlement Agreement.
Thank you so much.
Jacqueline F. McCusker, trustee, Pizza Ol Inc., trading as Nacho Mama's, 2907 through 11 O'Donnell Street. Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license request for a hardship extension under the provisions of the Alcoholic Beverages and Cannabis Article, Section 12-2202. Please come forward.
Hoagland?
Yes, good morning, Chairman Templeton. Good morning, Commissioner Thomas, Commissioner Chambers. Good to see you.
Morning.
I'm here for Nacho Mama. It's been around for about 2 generations, that license, or more than that on the square. Mr. Kudinski, correct me if I'm wrong. His history goes back a little further than mine. We're here for a hardship extension for 180 days. We have a tenant lined up. The McCusker family ran Nacho Mama's for decades. And they closed down. They closed down both of their locations over the last year. There was some alcoholic beverage activity after the closure, and we're asking for 180 days to run after October 27th. However, we probably expect to file a transfer application within 30 days.
Okay, that's great. Any questions, Commissioners?
No questions?
No questions?
Based on your October 3rd letter and the proffer made today I vote to approve this request for a 180-day hardship extension of this Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license.
I also approved, based off your proffer made today, I vote to approve the 180-day hardship extension for your Class CD B wine and liquor license.
I concur. On your proffer here today, I vote to approve a 180-day hardship extension for this Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license.
Thank you.
No exhibits for the record.
Okay, thank you so much.
James L. Cunningham and Siam Patluri, VD, and SR Pharmacy, LLC, trading as Park Avenue Pharmacy, 1535 Park Avenue. Class A beer, wine, and liquor license request to reopen under the provisions of the Alcoholic Beverages and Cannabis Article, Section 12-2203, wherein a licensed premises has been closed for at least 3 consecutive months. Please come forward.
Someone check the hall to see if they're here.
Sir, I believe because of the reopening request, they were not represented by, some miscommunication.
All right,
We can redocket it.
yeah, let's do that. Thank you.
So that case will be postponed to the next hearing date. Dax Dana Brooks and Rashida Jamila Horton, Bertha's Soul Food Bar and Grill, LLC, trading as Bertha's Soul Food Bar and Grill, 4201 Bel Air Road. Class B beer, wine, and liquor license, request to reopen under the provisions of the Alcoholic Beverages and Cannabis Article, Section 12-2203, wherein a licensed premises has been closed for at least 3 consecutive months. And actually, they are represented by our esteemed Mr. Kadensky.
Boy, it makes me feel so old. For the record, Melvin J. Cadenza representing the licensee. This is a request to reopen. They had, as indicated in their promise, they had to try to get some of their tax and other financial issues together. They finally got everything brought up to date so they could have the licenses issued. They paid the fees for this current year. They haven't had any problems there, and it's we were just talking out in the hallway. They're noted for their food and their fried chicken and fish. You didn't bring any, but I mean that's not maybe next time.
Any questions, commissioners?
No question.
No question.
Okay. Based on your proffer made today and the request to reopen correspondence, it looks like this was on October 14, 2025. I vote to reopen this Class B beer, wine, and liquor license. That's it.
I concur with the chair based on your written request on October the 14th. I also vote to reopen your liquor license.
Based on the testimony here today and the written letter on October the 14th, I too am granting your request to reopen for your Class B beer, wine, and liquor license.
Ms. Russell,
No exhibits for the record.
thank you.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Chair, I will say that the other licensee came to one of our licensee information sessions last month, and we had an awesome conversation. It was really, really helpful, so we appreciate you participating. There was no chicken, no, sir.
We're making a lot of strides to make sure that we communicate with the licensees, so that's great.
Yes, sir. Malcolm Stoll and Yang Deng Chen, Hama Sushi, LLC, trade name pending 1101 through 03 West 36th Street, application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license under the provisions of Alcoholic Beverages and Cannabis Article, Section 12-1603C1, 2 little I, requiring $200,000 in capital investment in restaurant fixtures and facilities, 40% of food sales, and seating capacity for a minimum of 75 people, requesting outdoor table service and off-premises catering. Please come forward.
Good morning, Stephen W. Fogelman on behalf of the applicants. I have here with me Mr. Malcolm Stoll. He's serving as a city resident, Mr. Yongdong Chen, who is a chef who has worked with his wife, Tina Chen, who is here today, who runs Yama Sushi in Ellicott City. The couple has run Yama Sushi for 12 years. It's an asset to the community in Howard County. They've never had any problems whatsoever. They are very well versed in hospitality management and responsible alcohol policies. Mr. Stoll is well known, although just serving as city resident today. He and his wife owned a very popular retail store in the neighborhood in Hamden for many years called Kiss and Makeup, which was a gift shop and cosmetic retail store. So he's here to serve with the couple and believes in their product. Like many other sushi restaurants, they have about a 90% food to alcohol ratio. People don't show up really for happy hour or pre-gaming or anything like that. They're there and they get a beer or a drink as an accessory to a meal. And you already have the menu in evidence, which I consider pretty extensive. There's a lot of items. It's four pages, single-spaced, with everything from barbecue squid to Phoenix roll, things I'd never heard of. And so they know what they're doing. They've done this here. Now they've changed the name, the trade name in Baltimore, because apparently Yama Sushi is a popular name, and there's already a place named Yama Sushi not very far away at all in the city. So that's the reason for that. They will make sure that all of their employees are trained in alcohol management. They are responsible alcohol managers at their Ellicott City location. They've lived in Ellicott City for over 20 years and just celebrated their 25th wedding anniversary. So if there are any questions, as far as the budget goes, I reviewed that, and it appears to be well over the statutory minimums. Additionally, they have, we've counted their 80 seats, which would satisfy the statutory requirement for the amount of seating. So I think this will be a very positive influence, very, very positive amenity for the Hamden community. Thank you.
Yeah, so you're right. I see that it's over the 75 minimum seating, and you've exceeded the $200,000 in capital investments in here. Any questions from the?
No question.
No, I have a question. Why did you consider this location, this community?
And Mr.
Either
Yeah, so
Either one.
They saw a need for it. And it's a vibrant neighborhood, and they've been wanting to come into the city for quite some time. But it's just an opportunity exists right there at that corner, and they're excited.
Okay,
Thank you.
you.
All right. Based on the application materials, a proffer made by council, the evidence that was already pre-admitted into this case, I vote to approve this application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license with outdoor table service and off-premises catering.
I also vote to approve the application for a new Class B wine and liquor restaurant license with outdoor table service and off-premise catering. Thank you.
I also approve this application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license with outdoor table service and off-premise catering.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
All right. Thank you very much. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Ellen James, Michael Picorni, and Lauren Kelly Washington. The Central Baltimore Partnership, Inc., trading as Central Baltimore Partnership, 405 East Oliver Street. Application for a new Class C beer, wine, and liquor license under the provisions of alcoholic beverages and cannabis articles, Section 12-1603C 23, requiring alcoholic beverages are served outdoors only to patrons seated at tables or standing in a courtyard area. No off-premises sales of alcoholic beverages. Sales of alcoholic beverages cannot begin before 10 a.m. And an executed MOU with the Greenmount West Community Association requesting live entertainment and delivery of alcoholic beverages. Please come forward.
Thank you. Good morning. Stephen W. Fogelman again on behalf of the Central Baltimore Partnership Incorporated, otherwise known here as 405 East Oliver Street, Area 405, nonprofit arts organization. And it's always good to be up here with small business folk, trying to make a living, but in this case, it's always great to assist a nonprofit as well. There was legislation, House Bill 472 from the 2024 legislative session, which created this Class C club license by statute, and they're excited to implement that for their members and guests to be able to serve alcohol without having to come down here and get a one-day permit each and every time they decide to do that. They have an excellent relationship with the community. We have a kind of a panoply, an all-star crew of folks who are involved in the arts community, in the actual residential community. So you have Ellen Janes, the executive director, to my left. You have Michael Picorni here to my right, as well as Lauren Kelly Washington. We also have Joyce playing in the back, and she is an incredible artist and organizing this entire effort all the way back to the legislature. So we're happy to have that MOU with the association as well, with Greenmount West Community Association. It's a neighborhood that really is welcoming the positive changes that, among others, the Central Baltimore Partnership is bringing. So as far as what they're, this is not a place where you can expect 7-day-a-week or even 5-day-a-week service of alcoholic beverages. We're probably looking at, to start once a month and maybe every other weekend, probably maxing out at, three weekends or 3 weekend nights or days a month. And they have a courtyard and an attractive facility. So again, just like everyone else who comes before you, they understand the importance of alcohol management and compliance with the liquor laws. And they'll make sure they're, again, because it's a nonprofit, they're almost a little radioactive with the idea of letting members serve alcoholic beverages. So they're hiring and will have on duty a professional hospitality manager who's already been, has a lot of experience in that business, who has been trained and certified. So it's not just.
Find someone already?
I don't know if they did mention that they've got a hospitality manager.
We have
Well-
people who expressed it.
You raise your right
Raise
hand.
your hand, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. That's your punishment.
You swear or affirm under penalty of perjury that the answers that you give and statements that you make will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Thank you.
And can you state your name again?
Ellen James. Sorry.
Anything else you want to add on that? But yeah, they, out of an abundance of caution, alcoholic beverages is serious business, and they get that there in Art Gallery. They're not here to be a restaurant, so they want to kind of contract that to somebody who is also an expert in their field.
It allows us to
Can you
serve.
send it to the mic, please?
This license would allow us to serve alcohol mostly for art gallery events, but for performances, so that it'll only be served in conjunction with an event that we're hosting.
Thank you. Any questions, Commissioners?
It's good to see a good MOU in place, and you describe your hours of alcohol, which is always good. Thank you.
Well, I would like to enter into, for the record, and in full transparency, that I am recusing myself from voting for this new Class C beer, wine, and liquor license as a former contractor of Central Baltimore Partnership.
So, we'll be voting, and she's going to recuse herself. All right, no other questions for me? Any other questions?
No questions?
Okay. Based on the application materials, the proffer made by counsel, the testimony that was given today, and the exhibit that was entered, which was the MOU, I vote to approve this application for a new Class C beer, wine, and liquor license, subject to the MOU that was signed on October 30th. Let me see if it was, October 30th, 2025, with the Greenmount West Community Association as enforceable by law.
I concur with the chair. Based off the proffer and the materials provided to the board, I vote to approve the application for a new Class B wine, and liquor restaurant license. I'm sorry, Class B beer, wine, it's C. Class C beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license with live entertainment and delivery of alcohol beverages as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
And let me correct mine also. Let me make sure that we have that extra part on there, that alcoholic beverages served only to patrons seated at tables, standing at courtyard areas, no off-premises sales. This will include live entertainment, and it will include the delivery of alcoholic beverages. So I want to make sure that that's on the record too. So you have the delivery, and you have also the live entertainment that's on there, okay?
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Russell.
Michael exhibits for the record. Board Exhibit 1, MOU between the Central Baltimore Partnership, Inc. and Greenmount West Community Association.
All right, thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
all.
Good luck.
Best of wishes.
Tiara Sade Beeson Management, MD, LLC, trading as Circus Bar, 427 East Baltimore Street, Class BD7 Beer, Wine, and Liquor License, and Class AE Adult Entertainment License. Application to transfer ownership of a Class BD7 Beer, Wine, and Liquor License and Class AE Adult Entertainment License with continuation of live entertainment. Please come forward.
For the record, Melvin J. Kaninsky, representing the applicant. This is a transfer of adult entertainment. It's becoming a dying art at this point, and the places are less and less. The circus has been there for a number of years. I remember taking my kids to the swim meet when they were small. They came by and they saw the sun. They said, "Look, Dad, the circus. Can we go in there?" Yes, you can, but you're not. Okay.
So what's the dying art? You said this
Tom-
is a dying art?
Yeah, well, I mean, there used to be at one time, see, I don't know whether any of you are old enough to remember the Gaiety when you had burlesque and Blaze was down there and all that. That's gone. In other ones, they used to be at one time had like 30 adult entertainment places, 2 movies. They're probably down to about 12 or 14. Gold Club is one of the bigger ones that you see them. But little by little, the older owners there are retiring. The younger people are going to come in and give it a shot. Familiar with the rules and regulations of the liquor board, both the adult entertainment and the liquor laws. You'll be she'll be certified alcohol. All the employees that'll be dispensing alcohol will be certified, and don't seem to be any problem there because most of the places are open, as you know, later in the afternoon. Their hours are very restricted.
Okay. And does she have experience in the past?
She had been working in there in the various places around over the last couple of years, getting experience. Not a whole lot of experience in that business, mainly with the people they hire to work there. But as far as dispensing alcohol, yes.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
And you're going to make sure she's familiar with the rules and regulations?
Yeah. Both of them.
Okay. Any questions from the commissioners?
No question.
No question.
Okay. Based on application materials proffer made by council today, I vote to approve this class application to transfer ownership of this Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license and Class Adult AE Adult Entertainment License with the continuation of live entertainment.
I concur. I also approve on the basis of the materials contained in the application and the proffer made today, to vote the application to transfer ownership of this Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license and adult entertainment license with continuation of live entertainment.
I also vote to approve the application to transfer ownership of this Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license and adult entertainment license with continuation of live entertainment.
Ms. Russell.
No exhibits for the record.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, just a note, the case number 7, that is the request to reopen that was not present. Apparently, the letter that was sent to them told them to go to City Hall. They are making their way here now. We have another case, and hopefully they will get here before we finish the next case.
You can hold it.
Okay. Khalik Ahmad and Mohammed Farid Hamad, Helmand Group LLC, trading as Helmand Kabobi, 855 North Wolf Street, Suite D&E, Class B, beer, wine, and liquor license. Application to transfer ownership, requesting off-premises catering. Please come forward.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you please both raise your right hand?
Do you swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that the answers that you give and the statements that you make will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Can you state your name?
Khalik Ahmad.
Okay, and you would be Mr. Hamad.
Muhammad Ahmad.
Okay, I see you have an application for to transfer ownership of this Class B beer, wine, and liquor license. Can you tell me a little bit about the, why you filed the application?
My uncle, who owns the Hellman restaurant on Charles Street and also owned the Hellman Kebabi, he passed away last summer, and his family didn't want to continue there. I own the sister restaurant of Hellman Kebabi in Virginia since 2018, and I didn't want it to close. John Hopkins didn't want it to close, so I took over the restaurant, the management, and I want to continue the restaurant, so that's why I'm doing the ownership change
Okay. You said you have another location
in
in
Virginia
Virginia right now. How long have you had that other location?
since 2018.
Okay. You're going to be operating both of the,
Yes.
so how much time are you going to spend up here?
I have managers for
Your
both.
managers?
Yes.
Is it the same managers that were here before, or are you
Well,
switching the staff?
he's actually my manager here, and Virginia, my wife, and I have another manager that runs the Virginia one. The Virginia one is a much smaller location. It's not as big as the one here.
Mr. Hammett,
Yes.
what's your role?
He's a resident, Baltimore resident,
Yes, so is it? Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right.
and he's been working at the restaurant for almost 5 years as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's perfect. So, any questions from the commissioners?
No questions?
No questions.
Based on the application materials and the testimony that was given today, I vote to approve this application transfer ownership of this Class B beer, wine, and liquor license with off-premises catering.
I concur with the chair. I vote to approve the application to transfer ownership of the Class B beer, wine, and liquor license with off-premise catering.
I also vote to approve the application to transfer ownership of this Class B beer, wine, and liquor license with off-premise catering based on the testimony given.
Ms. Russell,
No exhibits for the record.
and sorry for your loss, Uncle.
Thank you.
Best wishes.
Okay, going back to case number 7, James L. Cunningham and Siam Patluri, VD and SR Pharmacy LLC, trading as Park Avenue Pharmacy, 1535 Park Avenue. Class A beer, wine, and liquor license request to reopen under the provisions of the Alcoholic Beverages and Cannabis Article, Section 12-2203, wherein a licensed premises has been closed for at least 3 consecutive months.
Hi, how you doing?
Good morning. Can you please raise your right hand and identify yourself?
Yeah, my name is Sam Potluri.
Okay.
Do you swear under the perjury of penalty that the answers that you give and the statements that you make will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Valori?
Yeah.
I see that you submitted a request to reopen this location. Can you tell us why you submitted that?
We had some, one of the Baltimore resident who's a partner happened to be like out of town. So we were not able to get his signature, and he's back and is still with us. And he's not here because he's out of town again. So that's the reason that it's a small operation, it's a pharmacy, and we've been there like probably 30, 40 years. I've been there from 2015. So we just want to operate for the community around us.
You just want to offer you want another offering for the community around?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you familiar with the rules and regulations of the liquor board?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure, because you're not represented by council sometimes, we just want to make sure that you're familiar.
Oh, I mean, for the operating,
Yes.
I've been trained, and I got my certification done, redone, renewed recently. And we never had any violations or anything.
No problems in the past.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions from the other commissioners?
No question.
No questions.
Based
Thank you.
on your request to reopen, it looks like you sent this on September 25th, 2025. In the testimony that was given today, I want to approve your request to reopen this Class A beer, wine, and liquor license. That's it.
I concur with the chair based on the written request received on September 26, 2005, and your testimony here today. I vote to grant your request to reopen.
Thank you, sir.
I also concur, based on your written request received September 26, 2025, and your testimony here today. I vote to grant your request to reopen.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Russell,
No exhibits for the record.
thank you. Good luck
Thank
to you.
Best of wishes.
Thank you. I'm glad you made it.
There being no further business before this board, the board is in recess until Thursday, November 20, 2025, at 10:30 a.m. We're adjourned.
Thank you, everyone.